Hello and welcome back to Python for Beginners here, and today we are going to solve a very simple project but yet practical and very logical project in Python that can fuel your understanding in conditional statements, while loops and nested while loops here. And so today I'm going to design a simple ATM machine system where customers can deposit money, withdraw cash, check their balances, and view the account details, right? So the first thing we have to do is to think like the ATM machine itself, right? So let me give you an example of how this ATM machine works. You see, this ATM machine doesn't shut down per one operation. For example, let's say you go and use it to, let's say, deposit your money, withdraw cash. It doesn't shut down after doing that because that ATM machine is there to serve so many people there. So the ATM machine creates a new section for new users or for users who are now coming to use it, right? And this feature in Python can help us to do this well because we don't want our system, our ATM machine to shut down. We always want to keep it on. And we can use a while loop to do that because a while loop will always run until the condition given becomes false or until we manually break this while loop here. So we're going to need a while loop to design this ATM machine itself. So we're going to, first requirements that we need is the while loop. And then using the ATM machine system, you see the ATM machine system is the outer system, right? It's just there for you to perform whatever you want to do. But the real system is what you are going to do with the ATM machine. Whether you are going to deposit cash, whether you are going to withdraw, what you are doing doesn't concern the ATM machine's system itself. That is just there to save you. That is just there to give you a chance to do whatever you want to do. But you depositing, you withdrawing is not its concern. So we are going to need another while loop here for this operation too, because we don't want to deposit money, let's say restart the ATM machine and withdraw cash again, restart or check. No, we don't want to do that. We want to do whatever you want to do, and if you want to exit, then we can exit, right? So we're also going to need a while loop for this menu system here, right? So these are the two basic things we are going to need in designing this system here. So now let's start with this. So you see now we have the outer while loop here and the inner while loop. So this outer while loop is behaving like the ATM machine system itself, and this inner while loop here is the section that this ATM machine is going to create. This inner while loop here is going to show you the menus, deposit, withdraw, and all that. But this outer while loop here, this ATM machine is going to keep this operation, is going to keep the whole system on forever so that you can do whatever you want to do. Because if this is off, you can't deposit your money. If the ATM machine is off, you can't deposit money, you can't withdraw cash, you can't do anything. So we need to keep this ATM machine, this while loop, always on. So now let's start programming it. Let's start coding it in Python. So the first thing we're going to need is this outer while loop here. This is for the ATM machine system itself. So we're going to say while true, right? So while true is an infinite loop that is going to run forever. It's going to, meaning the ATM machine is going to stay on forever until we break it, until we the users manually break this. So this is the best choice for the ATM machine system itself. But we're going to need this while loop to do two things for us, right? We're going to need this ATM machine to print a welcome message for the user. So we're going to say print welcome to the ATM system here, right? So the first thing we want this ATM machine to do is to print this welcome message to the users. And the second thing we want this ATM system here to do is to give users a last chance for them to use the system again. So that once users exit from this ATM system, we ask them, oh man, do you want to continue doing your transactions? You're going to ask them that, right? We're going to give them a last chance for them to stay inside the system and do whatever they want to do. So we're going to say, we're going to create a last chance variable here. So last chance. Okay, let me do it like last chance. You're going to ask the users, do you want to use the system again, right? We are going to give a yes or no prompt here, and we're going to set a condition here. If the user's last chance is not equal to yes, here we are going to break the system. We are going to stop this ATM machine from running. So you see what we are doing. So the ATM machine first prints this welcome to the ATM system here, and we are going to write the inner loop code in a moment. But this is the two major things this the ATM machine itself is going to do. It's going to print this welcome to this ATM system, and it's also going to give an opportunity for users to continue using the ATM system. Right now, let's go back to what we are saying now. This is where we write our main code. This is where we write our logic, right? So we are going to set the inner while loop here, and as I said, the inner while loop is what we users are going to do with the ATM system. Whether we are going to deposit cash, we are going to withdraw, we are going to do anything, and we are also going to set this to while true. So once the user doesn't break from this inner loop here, we are not going to stop bringing them deposit money, withdraw cash, check balances. They are not going to see this menu again only when they break from this system here. And the first variable we are going to need is a balance. No, let me set the balance here so that the balance will always be updated whenever we type in units. Let me set a balance variable here because every bank account needs a balance. Let me initially set it to 0. Right, and now let's write our codes here. First off, we are going to print some menus to the user, right? We are going to print, let's say, welcome. Okay, we already have a welcome to the ATM system, but we are going to print something like menus here, right? After that, we are going to print the menus for them. So option 1, you can deposit, right? Deposit cash. Option 2, you can withdraw cash. Option 3, option 3, you can check balance here, right? And let me cut this short and let me print exit here. So option 4 here is exit, right? So these are the menus that the users are going to see when they try to use this ATM system here. And I'm going to set some conditions for them, some variable for the users to enter whatever they want to do. So I'm going to create, let's say, a choice variable here. So this is choice, and this choice is going to hold whatever the user type here in this menu. So I'm going to say enter a choice to start, right? And I'm going to set a condition here. Now we are going to actually write the main logic and the main codes into this system here. So the first condition we are going to say, we're going to write is if the user's choice is equal to 1 here, then it means the user wants to deposit cash. So we are going to write a code for deposit cash here. So before you deposit your cash, you have to enter your amount, right? So we're going to set an amount variable here and say amount. Let's set this to a float because let's set this to an integer. Input, enter your amount, right? And then this amount variable here cannot be 0 or negative, so we are going to make a condition for that too. Amount can only be greater than or equal to 1 here. So we're going to say if amount is greater than or equal to 1, what are we going to do? We are going to add this amount to their balance here. So we're going to say balance is equal to balance plus amount. So what are we doing? we get the user's amount, we add that amount to their original balance, and we store the total into a variable called balance again, into this variable balance again, right? So this is it. So if amount is greater than or equal to 1, we add that amount to their balance. After that, let's print some message for them. We're going to print some message for them. Let's say deposit successful. Your current balance is balance. It's this balance variable here. Otherwise, if the user types an amount less than 0, right, we are going to print something to this user. I'm going to say print amount cannot be less than, let's say, $1 here. Let me add this dollar, let me add a dollar sign here, right? Sorry, dollar sign here, right? So this is all that we need for a user to deposit their cash. This is the code for deposit cash. But what if the user didn't choose to deposit? The user chose to withdraw. So we're going to say, I'm going to identity and say, otherwise, if the user's choice is equal to 2, it means the user wants to withdraw some cash here. So I'm going to ask them the amount they want to withdraw. And the amount is also an integer because it's cash, it's a number. Enter amount. Right? Enter amount here. And with our withdrawal too, we're going to set some conditions because you cannot withdraw an amount greater than your balance, right? You can only withdraw an amount less than your balance. So we're going to say, we're going to set a condition like if the amount that the user type, if the amount is less than their balance, then we're going to withdraw that amount from their balance. We're going to say balance is equal to balance minus amount here, right? And we're going to print a success message for them. So print withdrawal successful. Your balance, or let me say your current balance is balance. Let me add an F here for formatted string here. Okay. But what if the user typed an amount greater than their balance, right? So I'm going to say else. We are going to print balance insufficient. I'm not an Englishman, so you see, if the amount is there less than the balance, then you're going to take the amount from their balance and you're going to print this successful message to them. Otherwise, you're going to say your balance is insufficient. You're actually withdrawing money greater than your balance, right? So the third thing is like balance. If the user wants to check their balance, you're going to say otherwise if and let me add a dollar sign here so that it will look beautiful. It will actually look like a money. Otherwise, if the choice of the user is 3, it means the user actually wants to check their balance. So we're going to print something for them. Your current balance is balance. Let me add an F here for formatted string here. Okay. And the last thing is exit here. Otherwise, if choice is equal to 4, it means the user wants to exit. So we are going to print something for the user. Let's say thank you for using this system and you're going to break it. So this is very, very, very important. We need to break it when the user desires to quit. So you see that now this codes here are not blurred anymore, because without this break, it means we're going to stay in this while loop forever, because this inner while loop is true, right? And for each iteration of the outer while loop, the inner loop must finish all its execution before we move to this outer while loop here. But before we only had while tree here, and we didn't have a break inside this while tree. It means we are going to stay inside this loop forever. But actually now we can break from this loop when the user chooses to exit. So when the user chooses to exit, then we can come here and ask them. Then the ATM machine can destroy this section that is created for you and ask you again, last chance, do you want to use the system again? If your last chance is yes, then the ATM machine creates a new section for you. But if you say no or any other word, it will also break this ATM machine system, this outer loop, and the program will end. So now let's check and see. I can add a $sign here. Okay, let me send this up. Let me send this up here. Okay, so this is better. Okay, we can add another condition here. Let's say the user types an option which is not in our list in our menus. Let's say the user types option 7, option 8, and per the menus you only have 4 options. So you don't have any other options apart from that. So you're going to print something to do. You're going to print invalid choice. This is better. So now let's cross check and let's see whether we have done everything okay. And now let's try and run this program and let's see what is happening here. So you see, welcome to the ATM system, and you see our menus here: deposit cash, withdraw cash, check balance. Actually, I can add a new line break here to make this print statement more beautiful here. This is not part of our course here, but you can just watch it and add it. I will teach you when we go to a new topic here. So now let me run this once more. Let's see. So this one is far better. This space is far better. So welcome to the ATM system. You see our menus here: deposit cash, withdraw cash, check balance, and exit. So now let me try and deposit cash and let's see what is going to happen. It says enter your amount. I type 2,000. It says deposit successful. Your current balance is $2,000. Now let me try and withdraw some cash here. Let me withdraw $1,200 here, and it says withdrawal successful. Your current balance is $800. Now let me check my balance and let's see. As of now, my current balance is $800, right? But let me try and let's say deposit a money, let's say -678 here, and let's see. It says amounts cannot be less than $1, right? And let me try and withdraw cash that is greater than our balance, and previously our balance was, let me see, 800. So now let me try and withdraw 900 here, and let me see what is going to happen. Enter amount. It says balance insufficient. We don't have enough balance to perform this transaction here. So now let me choose exit here. When I choose exit, it means we are jumping from this inner while loop here. We are moving to this outer while loop here. So let me choose, let me type enter here, and this outer while loop brings this this ATM machine brings this message we typed at the beginning of the code. It says, do you want to use the system again? Let me type yes. If I type yes, it brings me a new section again. It brings me this welcome to the ATM system again, and this menus again. So now let me deposit cash here. I type, let's say, 1,200, and that's deposit successful. Your current balance is this. Now let me try and exit. Do you want to use the system again? I choose, let's say, no, and the program ends here. So this is how we can use while loops and conditional statements to solve this ATM machine logic here. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video for me. Thank you and bye.